I'm going to restart it so that I can put these in. It's easier to upload them in short pieces. So on number 1, it says find the solutions of each quadratic equation by graphing. And what I want to do the first one by hand. We're gonna crank it out the old-fashioned way. And one of the things, I don't know if I ever mentioned this to you guys, but you know, my parents are quite a bit older. When I was born, Mom was 40, Dad was 41, okay? So they're quite a bit older than me. But my dad was also a math major. And when he studied math, they didn't have the graphing calculators. It was the 1950s. You know, a computer, the basic computers took up huge rooms, and they did less stuff than what your calculator than your phone or your calculator, either one would do. But, you know, they basically ran on vacuum tubes. So they had to do a lot of this stuff by hand. And really the purpose, it's easy to lose sight of the purpose if we don't do one by hand, just to see what we're doing. So I've got x for my x value. I've got the equation. And then I've got what my answer is going to be when I plug that in. And I'm going to pick some numbers to plug into the equation. Let's use -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Let's stop with 3. That should be good. Okay, now I'm going to plug in the x into the equation for each one of these. So I'm going to say -3 squared plus 2 times -3 minus 3. Now, I could plug this into the calculator, or I could add it by hand. -3 squared is 9. 9 plus 2 minus 3, that would be -6. So 9 minus 6 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. So there's one of our zeros right there, okay? All right, so the next one, -2 squared plus 2 times -2 minus 2. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to bring in the calculator on this. -2, I should put it in parentheses. -2 squared plus 2 times -2 and then minus 3. That should be a minus 3 right there. I copied it down wrong. So that should be a minus 3. Okay, so -2 squared plus 2 times -2 minus 3. And I get -3. Okay? Second entry. Now, here's the thing. I can hit that second entry button and pull up that value and then just change the values. Here, so I've got -1 squared plus 2 times -1 minus 3. Okay, so -1 squared plus 2 times -1 minus 3. That'd be 1 minus 2, which would be -1, minus 3 is -4. Okay, second entry. I can just zoom up there and with the arrow button pull that back up. And this time we're going to have 0 squared plus 2 times 0 minus 3. Well, do we really need a calculator to do that one? What's 0 squared? And 2 times 0? Okay, so 0 plus 0 is 0. Minus 3? Okay. 1 squared is 1 plus 2 times 1, which would be 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3 minus 3. 3 minus 3 would be 0. 2 squared plus 2 times 2 minus 3. Okay, so 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. And 3 squared plus 2 times 3 minus 3. Okay, so 9 plus 6 is 15. 15 minus 3, 13 or 12? 15 minus 3. 12, yeah. Okay. So I've got my table now. So when x is negative 3, 1, 2, 3, y is 0. And that's one of our solutions right there. Okay, when x is negative 2, y is negative 3. When x is negative 1, y is negative 4. When x is 0, y is negative 3. When x is 1, y is 0. That's our other solution. When x is 2, y is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when x is 3, y is 12. And I don't have enough room to make that happen, do I? Okay. So I'm looking at this now, and one thing that I can kind of take into account is that I'm missing this point over here. But I could take the line of symmetry, because this is a parabola, and I could reflect across that line of symmetry. I'm 1, 2, 3 places here to the right of the line of symmetry for the graph. So I could move 1, 2, 3 places to the left of the line of symmetry and make another point just to fill it in, okay? Now, let's go ahead and connect our points. You know what? The more I practice this, the worse my graph looks. My first one the other day looked really, really good. Okay, so there we go. Now, here's the thing. We said we had 2 solutions, right? The 2 solutions are the 2 zeros. It's the 2 places where the graph crosses the x-axis, here and here. So if I'm listing these 2 solutions, the first one is x equals negative 3. The second one is x equals 1. Okay? It's the 2 places where I had zeros, or where it crossed the x-axis. Now, I'll tell you what. Here's the thing. That's a lot of number crunching. Right? Took quite a bit of work. So I want to show you an easier way. Okay? I want everybody to have a graphing calculator out on their desk. Either that, or you can pull the one up on your Chromebook. okay? Either way, but you need to have a graphing calculator out. I want to see you putting these values in and actually making this work. And we've got about 20 minutes, so we should be good there.